Let us start with the incontrovertible fact, and that is that Balochistan is occupied territory. It never willingly acceded to Pakistan, does not now wish to be part of Pakistan. If a plebiscite or referendum were held tomorrow, it would vote to leave Pakistan, as would every province and territory west of the Indus River. We have a fundamental problem in that we refuse to see Pakistan for what it is. We imagine or pretend that it's a legitimate state, really in our own image, a democracy. But it's a democracy only as long as its military rulers allow it to be a democracy. It is, in fact, a miniature empire, a last artifact, along with a few other countries around the world, of the imperial age, with artificial borders, which we defend as we do elsewhere. And I find it a travesty that our State Department obsesses on the inviolability of borders around the world drawn at Versailles or in Berlin in the 1880s or in the late 1940s. How is it that in the year of our Lord 2012, we send our troops to bleed or die to defend the residue of the European world order? And let me be clear, I do not argue that we should actively campaign militarily to change every border in the world. I argue that when the train is coming down the tracks toward you, you are wise to step off the tracks. In the last 2 decades, since the end of the Cold War, the United States of America, the greatest force for freedom in human history, every war and conflict in which we have engaged has been triggered by or exacerbated by these flawed European borders. How can we send our soldiers and Marines and Navy corpsmen to die for that? That's not who we are. But what is Pakistan? Pakistan is bisected by the Indus River. To the east of the Indus River is metropolitan, core Pakistan, the Punjab, and to a great extent, the province of Sindh. It is the world of the subcontinent. It is a different civilization from that west of the Indus River. West of the Indus River, in the occupied territories, you have the culture of Central and Mid-Asia. When you cross the Indus River either way, even the food is different. And we look at this occupied territory of Balochistan specifically, where people who simply yearn for fundamental freedoms, for the right to determine their own future, whether or not they have a battery of qualified teachers ready to go. We must admire their determination to sacrifice everything against enormous odds in Pakistan and Iran for the simple right to say, I am a Baloch. I will decide my own future. Instead, we support Pakistan, their oppressor, a state that actively supports and arms terrorists and insurgent movements in Afghanistan that kill and maim our own soldiers. The Pakistani government is not our friend. It is not the friend of the Baloch or the other subjugated peoples west of the Indus River. The Durand Line, of course, which divides Pakistan and Afghanistan, is artificial. It divides people who want to be together. Mr. Chairman, my time is running out, so let me simply say this last thing. 200 years ago, one of our greatest presidents faced a problem. The Barbary pirates refused to let our ships pass in peace, so we paid tribute money to let our goods pass. Thomas Jefferson put a stop to that. Today, we are paying tribute money again, this time to the Pakistani pirates, to let our goods pass to Afghanistan. Mr. Chairman, I am looking for a Thomas Jefferson.